Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Rebel Racing Network for the Rebels Grand National Series race number 2 here at Rockingham Speedway. And boy, this is going to be a lot of fun, I think. Rockingham, of course, we all know about that legendary track. Lots of really amazing racing. Tonight going to be something similar, I think. We're in the Xfinity car this season in the Grand National, and boy, do they put on a good show. It's going to be a tough race. It's going to be tough dealing with this track. You see the 12 degrees of banking. That's not a lot at all. And then just a 1 mile track. So going to be a tough race tonight, dealing with the rough and rowdy asphalt of this track. Going to be a tough deal. But these guys are going to be able to take it on tonight. Tonight we're calling the race the Petey powered Pucker Up 80 as we get ready to grid up. Qualifying just about over, and we are going to get ready to start calling that grid out. And so looking for a fun race tonight, 80 laps here at Rockingham. And I'm Petey Smith, and glad to have you here for the Grand National Series. Sorry we missed last week. Circumstances popped up. Jonah was able to get a stream up, but tonight we're going to get back to it, and I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the grid. And, of course, this is the Jeff by Art starting grid, but we got to give out the Chuck Pegleg Pole Award winner, and that goes to Kieran Church, starting on the pole for the second broadcast in a row for me. Hopefully he can make it to lap number 2, as in the Rebels Truck Series. He ended up in trouble. So we'll jump through this real quick. And like I said, this is the Jeff by Art starting lineup. Outside the front row is Aaron Adcock, Brett Beaver starting third. Let's go ahead and get this going as they're getting ready to go green. Matt Clemens starting fourth. Brandon Wallace, Matt Knights, Davey Jones, Steve McDonald, Daniel Cunningham, Chris Reese, Jimmy Cofield, our in-race supporter, Mickey Isaac, did not grid. So that is your field. 12 cars tonight. Tonight is the non-alien night, so everybody under a 3,000 I rating. So we should have a good show, get us some new winners, have some guys race that up front that may not normally get to race, but tonight going to get to showcase their skills and maybe see us a new winner tonight. I think it's very, very possible. But pace car pulling off the track right now, and Kieran Church is going to lead us down to the green flag. Green flag is out. Got some guys spinning the tires. See David Jones there in that bottom line. He was all over the place, but able to get it going. And Kieran Church is going to take the lead for sure. Oh, somebody's in the wall there. Who is that? Is that Matt Clement? It is. Matt Clement in the 19 gets a good hit of that wall. Do not want to do that early, as you're going to need that right front tonight, as it is going to be tough if that right front is messed up. But up front, got Aaron Adcock, Kieran Church going at it for the lead here. I would imagine we're going to have all kinds of people up front tonight. I think there is a lot of guys who can win race in the field. Kieran Church, Aaron Adcock, Brett Beaver, David Jones, Daniel Cunningham, Matt Clemens, Steve McDonald, all these guys. And then last week's winner, of course, Brandon Wallace, running back in the 10th place, having to start in the back due to him winning at what I believe was Daytona. So Matt Clement hits the wall and crinkles up that right front a little bit a couple laps ago, but Current just ran the fastest lap on the track, so doesn't seem to be bothering him at all. Up front, Kieran Church starting to pull away from Aaron just a little bit. So we're getting settled in. Doesn't take long for the tires start to wear out in this particular car. That right front, very important, especially with the fixed setups. Let's talk a little bit about the race tonight. A little bit of race analysis from Rebel Racing Network. The NASCAR Xfinity Series car is only 80 laps. Going to go by really quick on a 1 mile track. 60% fuel to give a little bit of strategy. 3 total sets. So you got the one on the car and 2 in the pits, and then of course 1 fast repair if you get in some trouble. So that's your race analysis tonight. A lot to think about here. 60% fuel, that's a little bit over half. And so you're going to need a pit stop, maybe 2. 3 total sets. You can't come in if there's a caution. You're going to have to really think about when to use those tires. You're going to need them here. Very abrasive racetrack. So right now, Kieran Church looking solid as he is leading the field. Got sort of a 5-car breakaway with Kieran, Aaron, Brett, Davey, and Daniel. Matt Clement a little bit further back, but this little 5-car breakaway really kind of separating themselves as Kieran blinks out just a little bit. Well, with him blinking out, we'll go on board. We'll see who we got on the cams tonight. I think we got old Aaron Adcock on the webcam site. Let's see what we got here. Settling in second place, just trying to take care of his stuff. Sees Kieran blinking right in front of him. Look at concentration on his face. Definitely showed up to win tonight. And who else we got? We got the last week's winner, Brandon Wallace, who's currently making a pass here on Matt Knight's. This is for 9th place. And there's Brandon right there. Got his beanie on. Looking a little cold there. Breathing out his mouth. You can definitely tell he's a mouth breather. For sure. But riding high off last week's win. Got himself into the playoffs. And so he just needs a good race tonight to follow that up. Maybe some good points. Right now, Matt Clement, who we saw bounce off the wall earlier, starting to look a little racy here as he gets to the back bumper of Davy Jones. Davy started out very sketchy. I think he spun his tires on the initial start. So I imagine those rear tires not too happy with him. Let's see if we got any decent cams. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look out front of Matt Clement's number 19 Sheets car. Chevrolet Camaro. And you see all kinds of lines going on here. You know, a lot of folks run this a lot like, oh, is he going to get a run here? And Davey actually blocks the inside, but I think that's going to be okay as they go down in the corner. That top side going to be pretty strong. Let's see if Davey can hold it off the bottom. That's going to be the tricky part. He's not going to be able to. And I think that Matt's going to be able to complete this pass. Oh, Davey going to get it to the side of him, and Matt goes into the wall. We're just talking about that being on the bottom. Very, very tough. And Davey really defending these positions and kind of drives up into Matt Clement. Let's see if we can go back and watch that again. Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Really wasn't a wreck. Matt did a great job of hanging on to it. Let's see if we can get to the right spot. You see Matt really working that top side, trying to get the run off the corner, which he does. And then going down the corner, just not used to entering on the bottom like Davey did. And you see he's going to wash up. Matt trying to a little bit of net code. I mean, it was barely a tap, but net code really helped that one along. So Matt Clement in the wall again. Got to be a frustrating deal. But you see Dave Jones got all kinds of fellas behind him as now he's blinking out. So, but what I was going to say about this track is early on you can really run the bottom and gain a lot of speed. However, as the run goes on, you sort of treat it like Dover, where you let the car just kind of go where it wants to. We'll go more with Steve McDonald and see what it looks like. See that car kind of squirrely down the straightaway, but you see he's going to drive down in the corner. He actually drives down to the bottom, but a few laps ago he was definitely driving in, letting the car drift up the track, getting a run off the corner. That's a good way to save tires and generate a lot of speed. He said he's putting a lot of wheel into it. I'm a little nervous about that. I think he's either, is David Jones going to get a little bit loose there? And everybody kind of goes wild trying to get around him. You just want to be careful not to put too much wheel in it. You got to save that right front. As, like I said, this is a battle. It's a battle for the top 5. Steve got the 5th position. Dave Jones dropping like a rock here after a couple of those close calls. Surprised he has very little damage. I think he got away with a couple of those right there without hurting the car too bad. It just seems like he's overdriving it just a little bit, trying really, really hard to hang on to those spots. You can tell he's sort of holding up that crew. He needs to just get settled in. And, you know, we got 60 more laps. Still got to make a couple pit stops, at least one. So get settled in, try to get into a groove. This Xfinity car, very, very important to save the tires, as once you get about 20, 25 laps in, if you've hurt them, she won't take care of you. You've got to take care of those tires, or the car is not going to respond like you want it to. But now Steve McDonald getting under fire from Chris Reese in that 62 machine. Little 4-car breakaway. Dave, you can definitely tell Davey has sort of hurt those tires a good bit. I'm really impressed with Matt Clement, though. Matt, for him to have much contact as he does, or has had, still moving forward, I'd say. The only thing about having just 80 laps, it's going to be tough to really get anything done. It's definitely a balance of trying to decide when to go, when to take it easy. You know, if we had 150 laps here, you could definitely kind of ride a little bit, but I don't think you can ride tonight. I think you really have to take care of the tires, let the car sort of drift, really drive off the throttle. Don't use that wheel that much, but I think you got to get up on it and go. I don't think you can wait too long. I think you can save for about 5 to 10 laps, but then you got to really get moving. As these guys right here, and Steve McDonald in 5th place, he is 8.5 seconds behind Kieran Church. So gonna be hard to make that up on track. Chris Reese looking down to the inside. Not quite able to get it done just yet. Is going to be able to get inside of him as I come off the corner, and looks like Steve probably had to lift a little bit, maybe just to let him go ahead and have it. And so move Chris Reese up to the 5th position. And Brandon Wallace is continuing his charge to the front. Got an EOL. He technically started in the 5th position, but got an EOL from the win last week. He is all over the back bumper of that 68 machine. Talk a little bit about this race and this series. This season, doing the Xfinity car, but doing it a little bit differently where they have a few nights they call alien nights. Last week was one of them. And anybody could join no matter your irate and just have fun. Just like the Xfinity series does now, sort of. Oh, very, very close. Door to door right there for Steve McDonald and Brandon Wallace. Very, very close there. That could have been disastrous. That 99 could have been head first into the wall. But Steve fighting hard on the outside. Brandon going to be able to get him here, though. But yeah, so they have alien nights, similar to the way Xfinity works now, where Cup guys can come down and race. Just a few races, but not all of them. And so 4 or 5 races out of the season, anybody can race. But then the rest of the season, 3,000 I rating or lower is all that can run. So give some guys some opportunities. One of those right now, Daniel Cunningham looking to the inside of Brett Bieber. Daniel, currently the biggest mover of the race, as he has gained 6 spots from where he started if he make this pass. But he's going to have a long way to go to catch up to the front two, which have really pulled away from the pack. Kieran Church out 5 seconds over Daniel Cunningham, but you see Aaron Adcock right behind him, trying to keep him in his sights. Don't want to let him get away. Check the lap time history. Let's see if I got the right one. I don't. Swap it. You see just a little bit different time there. Kieran Church just a little bit faster. Right there, the green means that Church on the bottom, Aaron Adcock on the top. So that time, Aaron Adcock about a 10th faster. So he is really, they're really kind of running almost the exact same pace. So it's going to be who is able to save as much. You see them running sort of a bottom line. You see that wheel. If you look at that orange tape on the middle of the steering wheel, using the brake to turn the car there, barely putting any wheel. We watched somebody earlier really putting a whole lot of wheel into it. And you see Aaron not doing that, really saving those front tires and not sliding them. If you think about it, you go down in you get you like one of those old Bigfoot electric little things you used to have when you were a kid. They were run off batteries, had plastic wheels, you know, and you try to turn that thing real fast and just turn it to the left on asphalt. The front tires would just slide forward. You wouldn't get any grip. You wouldn't turn. You just turn too much, and it's not able to turn the vehicle the same way that it works here. You turn that front end too much. You can turn it as much as you want, and over a certain point, all you're doing is just tearing those front tires off. So right now, Aaron doing a great job of protecting that, not letting that be an issue. That's why he's able to keep Kieran Church in his sights. Man, they have really separated themselves. You see right here, the 23 in green, the 22 right in front of him. You see they've already put Jimmy Cofield a lap down, and Davy Jones in danger already about half a straightaway away. But expecting to see pit stops pretty soon. 35, they definitely can just make it on one stop if we go green. So I would expect to see folks hit pit road around lap 40, especially if you're up front. If you're Kieran Church, Aaron Adcock, there's no point in waiting. There's no point in spending any time. You've got such a big gap that you got to come on down. You got to come down 39. If you can make it 41, come on down. If you're Aaron, if you're Kieran, maybe wait till 40 exactly, but there's really no time or any point in wasting or waiting around. You got to go get that pit stop done, get back on the track, start making up time, and manage that gap. They have, like I said, still about 5 seconds on Daniel Cunningham, who is running very similar lap times to Aaron Adcock. Go check this battle out for 8th place. Steve McDonald, Matt Knights. We saw Steve moving forward and then starting to slide back a little bit now. Definitely, we talked about tire wear becoming an issue. Matt Clement the same way. He's sort of fallen off just a tad bit. You're seeing lap times all over the place. You're seeing the leaders in the 25.8s and 9s, and then it starts to get into the low 26s. 26.1 for Chris Reese, 26.2 for 26.4 for Brett Bieber. So if you're still in the 25s right now, you're probably in good shape. If not, you probably burn those tires up a little bit. Next run, might look into taking a little bit more cautious on those tires. Mike Kostick in chat said probably make up a lot of time with an undercut. Yeah, that's what I say. I say if I'm not Kieran at Church, if I'm Kieran and I'm going as long as I can, I'm pulling away. There's no point in pitting for me. But if I'm one of those guys, Brett Bieber, going to be the first one to come down pit road in that 808 Chevy Camaro. He's going to come down, make his pit stop. Yeah, I think if you're back there You can make up some time, come on down pit road. And if I'm Kieran Church, Aaron Adcock, I'm going to probably come on down pit road right now. Not let that undercut happen. But, strategies all over the place. You never know what the right decision is going to be. You come down pit road like Brett Bieber here, come out, you're going to lose a lap, maybe 2. And if a caution comes out, you're going to be in trouble. So there's not always the right answer, especially in oval racing. But got more people coming down pit road. Steve McDonald gives up his position to come down pit road. David Jones as well in that 10. He would probably like to get a faster pair on that 10 machine. Looks like there's a lot of sheet metal damage. But pit road wide open. Brandon Wallace now comes down pit road. A little odd for him to come down early. But gives up what I believe was 5th position, I think. And he's going to come on down pit road. Kieran Church waiting on him to come down pit road. Him or Aaron Adcock. They keep trading lap times back and forth. I think if we go green to the end, this is where the race win's going to come from. Kieran and Aaron Adcock both very consistent. Right here, we're going to get to see the difference. Brett Bieber on the new tires versus Aaron Adcock on 44 lap old tires. We'll see the differences. Brett Bieber just all over the back end already. And you're going to see just a huge run through the middle of the corner. Oh my goodness, is Brett Bieber right to the back bumper as Aaron sort of drifts up the track a little bit. I don't know if he was thinking about pitting or what, but almost a close call. You see those new tires making up a ton of ground. Brett made a great decision, I think. If these guys don't come on down pit road, you're going to see Brett maybe do like Cossack said and get an undercut. Here comes the 23 now. Getting on pit road pretty hot. Let's see if he can slow down. I think he definitely 40 miles an hour on pit road, and he gets there with no issue. Brings the 23 Poman Motorsports. Good run for Aaron. He's got winning on his mind as he comes down pit road. And here comes Kieran Church, going to give up the lead. He saw Aaron come down, does not want to give him. Hey, but he went a couple more laps, so I think Aaron's going to have a nice advantage here and actually may come out with the lead with that little bit of an advantage on new tires. I'm really surprised Kieran didn't come down a little bit earlier. But that gives the lead over to Daniel Cunningham for the time being, as he is the last one to not make a pit stop. So he is 48 lap old tires, as he is getting passed by Matt Clemmen and Steve McDonald. If we watch the race for the lead, though, Aaron Adcock right on the back bumper. The 22 as Kieran comes out of pit road. This is a race for the lead, as Aaron's going to drive deep into the corner, and he is going to take the lead and going to lead. Well, he's not going to lead this lap, but he's going to at least take the lead once Daniel Cunningham comes down pit road, which he does right now. So the 14 comes down and makes his pit stop. A little interesting to see him pit so late, but he's got 30 laps to make something happen. But that gives the lead over to the 23 machine, Aaron Adcock. Now what can Kieran Church do? I think the trap, if you're Kieran Church, is to go, oh man, I just lost the lead. So let me push the car as hard as possible to get back around him and burn his tires up. That'll be the difference, I think. It's really, really easy to do that. Got to be patient with these cars. I can tell you, if you try to push these things, especially at a track like this, and you try to push them and make up a bunch of time, it really eats the tires up quickly. Well, we've got an end race reporter. That's Jimmy Cofield. We haven't talked too much about him, as he's a couple laps down now as he's letting Brett Bieber by. I don't want to pull him up during green flag. Sort of a yellow flag, caution flag thing. So he's had a good race, though. He's not had any issues. Just trying to take care of that 58 machine. As here comes Daniel Cunningham up to the back bumper. But Jimmy doing a great job. Doing a great job of just making sure that while he is off the pace just a little bit, he's not really holding anybody up. So that's all you can ask for out of driver trying to get into it. They'll get some valuable experience out there, seeing what other guys are doing. You know, you get out there and run laps by yourself all day long, but until you get on the racetrack with other guys who've been doing it, really, really hard to pick up a little bit extra. But he's getting all kinds of experience on the track tonight. Go check the lead out. Kieran Church has fallen back about a second and a half now. So Aaron Adcock showing a little bit of strength here in the early run. Maybe just a little bit of patience out of him early part of that. Just trying to keep Kieran in out his mirror, or excuse me, out his windshield. And showing some really good paces. He was about half a tenth faster last lap. And laps are winding down. It's only a mile racetrack, so we're talking about, 25-second laps. That's not long at all. So it will not take long for these 25 laps to click off. Well, you tell you what, I'm the type of guy that'll do something and ask for forgiveness later. Let's go ahead and bring Jimmy up here and let's talk to him. Let's see if he can talk while he's racing. And maybe he won't be too mad at us. Hey, Jimmy, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
Well, man, I ain't going to bother you too long while you're racing, but tell me, what's it feel like out there? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, what are you struggling with that car? Is it tight, loose? Is it hard to get through the corners? What you dealing with out there?
It's hard to get through the corners.
All right, well, what's your plan? You going to get up there and maybe win this race tonight?
I try to.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I ain't going to bother you while you're on the track. Just wanted to at least bring you up here and talk to you. I appreciate you talking to me, Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy Cofield. I wasn't going to ask him too many questions. You can tell he was focused. I tried to talk with him, bother him while Steve McDonald was coming by. Maybe he'd get up there and give him the bumper, but wasn't quite able to do that. Well, we'll go check up third place as Brett Bieber, he came down probably a good 7 laps before anybody else and really was able to take advantage of those tires, but you saw how quickly they are starting to fall off as Daniel Cunningham, who pitted the latest out of anybody, has already run him down and is looking to the inside. Brett Bieber not going to give it to him. That's for sure. Not with just 20 laps to go. But I would imagine the difference in tires, Daniel will be able to complete this pass. But Brett, man, he is fighting hard there, doing a great job. And that's bringing Christopher Reese in right behind him in that 62, that black car back there. That's Chris Reese. He has really been a man on a mission too, as he is up 5 spots. So Daniel Cunningham, Chris Reese fighting for the hard charger award. So we'll see who can take that home. Now we got to give out a couple awards. We got a lot of folks. We got best paint. We got hard charger. We've already given out the peg leg pole award. I got to give out the hard luck award. So we got a couple of awards to give out. As far as paint scheme, I don't know There's a couple paint schemes that I really like, but I tell you what, I'm going to have to give it to the number 19 of Matt Clemens in his green and red sheets. Chevy Camaro looks good, so congratulations to Matt Clemens. He's been in the wall a couple times, had a run in with a couple of drivers, but able to keep that thing going straight. And with that fast repair, very, very pretty. I think that fast repair is what won him the award, as if he hadn't had it, it would have been a little bit tore up. But congratulations to Matt Clemens, the Jeff By Jr. Art Best Paint of the Night. That's the 19 of Matt Clemens, so congratulations to him. And the Hard Charger Award is still up for grabs. Chris Reese, Daniel Cunningham, they're going to be tied pretty soon, as Chris Reese all over the back bumper of Brett Beavers. Brett's tires starting to fade a good bit. He's quite a bit off of these guys' pace. Daniel Cunningham running in the low 25s, and Brett Beaver in the mid to upper 25s. He's going to fight, though. He's not going to give it up. I wouldn't either. Going to be able to slide up in front of him, give Chris Reese the 4th position. And that's about the closest battle that we got on the track. So we'll see if Chris Reese can run down Daniel Cunningham, who started to pull away a little bit as they were battling side by side. But the battle for the lead right now, Aaron Adcock dealing with some lap traffic that not going to move over, that's for dang sure. Get a caution, don't want to be trapped in the lap down. So it's not going to be easy for him, as he's got about a second, 1.2 seconds over Kieran Church. You see Kieran back there not letting him get away. Let's actually go and look and see what the lap time history. Kieran Church has been a little bit faster each lap. 2 tenths, 2 tenths, 2 tenths, 2 tenths, 1 tenth. So, I really couldn't see if Aaron was dealing with lap traffic or not, but last few laps, Kieran Church really stepping on the gas here, and I think Aaron may be in trouble. I talked about it. I thought maybe Aaron had maybe saved a little bit more early on, and then was able to pull away, but maybe he got out front and said, "Oh, I'm out front, I better go," because Kieran looks like he has found something here on the long run. You see Kieran Church really getting up to the wall in turns 3 and 4. And 10 laps to go as we cross the stripe. And I tell you what, Aaron's going to have all he can deal with, as Kieran really making that top line work. Now, I would imagine Aaron at some point is going to have to take that top line away from Kieran and make him run the bottom. That's going to make it incredibly difficult for Kieran to make that pass, as he's going to have to use the whole track off the bottom, and if Aaron can keep that thing wound up on the top. It was definitely not going to be an easy pass. 9 laps to go here, as we've got a battle for the lead. Kieran all over the back bumper of the 23. He's going to get a run down. He's going to drive down into this corner. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Aaron been running that bottom line. He's going to jump up there and get close to the wall. It's a dangerous thing to do late in the race if you haven't been running there, but he got a huge run there, was able to pull a small gap. So Kieran really going to have to figure this bottom line out quickly. As tires start to wear out, that bottom line really difficult to run. So I don't really know what you do if you're Kieran Church. You just have to hope that Aaron makes a mistake, gets into the wall, and then he does make sort of a mistake right there as he gets the left sides on the apron. If you're Aaron, you just got to run your line and not try to get too cute with it. definitely don't want to give him the outside. You want to make him, if somebody's trying to pass you for the win, you want to make it as hard as possible. You do not want to make it easy for them. They're going to have to do it the hard way in my book. So now right in front of him, we got a lap car of Jimmy Cofield. So what's he going to do? Is he's going to, oh my goodness. Oh no. And Kieran Church going to be able to get by Aaron there, as Aaron couldn't figure out which way Jimmy was going to go, and they make a little bit of contact, and Kieran Church is going to be able to get by and take the lead with just 5 laps to go. Kieran already being, well, it was definitely a good bit faster than Aaron. It's going to be difficult, I think, for the 23 to catch back up, as Kieran was just a little bit faster that last lap. So 4 laps to go. Hate to see it end that way, but hey, that's part of racing. That's what happens. Nobody was really at fault there. Oh, Kieran's going to get into the wall. A big slam into the wall. This race is not over yet, as Aaron has a nice run down the straightaway. Kieran really pancaked the wall there. 3 laps to go. Oh man, that's a great camera angle as we get down to the end. We go on board with Aaron as he's trying to make something happen. We already saw Kieran get up into the wall, so you know he ain't playing around. And they got lap traffic right in front of them. That's Brandon Wallace, I believe. So what are they going to do? Oh, my goodness. I don't know who that was, actually. Aaron's going to have a nice run down the back straightaway. Can he do something with it? He's got a lap and a half to do something with the 22. Is the 22 hurt? They come off the corner. White flag is out for Kieran Church, but Aaron Adcock is there. We've got Brandon Wallace in front. Is he going to play a part in this? As the 22 is going to get to the back bumper of him, going to look down to the inside. And Kieran Church is going to survive a late race push there from the 23. And Kieran Church is going to take home the win here at the Rock. Aaron Adcock going to take home second place, and Daniel Cunningham going to come home in third. Got a battle here between Matt Clement and Brett Bieber here for the 5th position as they come to the stripe. And Brett Bieber is going to take that spot. So lock the top 5. Kieran Church, Aaron Adcock, Daniel Cunningham, Chris Reese, Brett Bieber. Wow, that was an exciting finish. I didn't know what was going to happen there. There were so many things happening all at once. You know, I thought Kieran had definitely had it there, and then he drives down in the corner and just body slams that thing. But Kieran Church is going to be your winner here tonight. We're going to do something a little bit different going forward. We're going to talk to the winner first. It doesn't seem right to make the winner have to wait around, so we're going to talk to him first and get that initial reaction after the race. Well, let's see if we can find Kieran. There he is. Bring him in the booth. Kieran, this Eddie in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Well, hey, that was an exciting race. You know, it led a lot of laps early on, and you went down pits, and Aaron sort of undercut you there and was able to get ahead of you. He started driving away, and I thought, I don't really know what's happening here, but it looked like Aaron had kind of burned the tires off a little bit, and you were able to run him back down. And, man, able to get the win. Congratulations, first off. And, man, as always, man, talk to me about your race. How'd it go? What was your plan? And whenever you got undercut there after that pit stop, what was your strategy to try to get that lead back?
Yeah, I like this track because of the tire fall off, but I knew early on in that run I was just trying to pace myself. That's the main thing with this track is just patience, so you don't burn your tires off. And I knew Aaron was doing the same thing. He was just stabilizing that gap around half a second to a second there in that first run. And I seen him dive in, and I knew he was going to undercut me, so I went in the next lap. I went into 3 and kind of pushed it, but it jumped loose on me. And then from there, I was going to just stay with him, and then I seen the lines he was running, and I just knew I had to be patient myself and make sure I had enough tire there at the end. I waited till about 20 to go, and then I started reeling them back in. And I think we stabilized with the tires because we were pretty even. It was going to be hard to pass him. He was better in 1 and 2, and I felt like I was better in 3 and 4 both runs. But unfortunately, that lap car got him, and I tried to give it back to him by overdriving 3 and hitting the wall. But it was a good race.
Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic race. I mean, you two up front definitely were in a class of your own tonight, and really, I didn't know what I expected, but I said that you guys are going to be, this is going to be the race for the win at the end, and that was absolutely right. You guys put on a heck of a show. Just glad that you saw, you were in the lead for a whole lap tonight versus the truck race the other night. So good redemption for you, able to get the win. As always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsors, shout outs?
I just got to thank everybody here at the league, all the sponsors that support this league. Good group of guys, and I'm glad to be back. And got to give it a hand to all the drivers here today. I mean, we didn't have one caution lap in 80 laps of Rockingham. No matter how small the field is, that's a big feat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations. First win of the year. You're going to get your stuff in the playoffs. That's a great, good start to the season, and looking forward to see what you do the rest of the season.
All right, thank you. Thanks for doing the broadcast.
Absolutely. That's Kieran Church. That's your winner tonight. Congratulations. Let's bring in second place. He's staying at the Heartbreak Hotel tonight. Aaron, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Eddie.
Well, man, that was a great race. I know it was a tough finish with the lap car, but that's part of the racing. But talk about your race, man. I want to know more about your strategy, what you was trying to do. As Kieran got out ahead, but it seemed like you were just holding steady behind him, and then we're able to pit a couple laps before him, get that undercut, excuse me, and get the lead, and just trying to hold him off there at the end. What was your strategy in the middle of the part of the race to try to how were you gonna decide when to go pit road? What was your strategy going on?
Well, really, I was just content running second there for the first portion of the race because I knew that we had to make at least one pit stop, and with the fuel set up the way it was, and really, I was just kind of riding around, learning a little bit because this is my first race on this track with this car combo, so it kind of drove like a truck does and like the old Gen 6 car does, except they were a little bit freer on exit, but yeah, just really just riding around waiting on my opportunity to kind of pounce. And I was gonna go down one time, but guy come out of the pits with fresh tires, and I wasn't able to get down low. He was coming with such momentum that I let him go. I was scared that Kieran was gonna come down pit road that lap, and so once I got a little free and had plenty of daylight behind me, I went ahead and come down pit road, and yeah, I felt pretty good when I passed him when he was exiting the pits, and pulled out to almost a 2 second lead there, and I see he moved up the track in 3 and 4, and I wasn't going up high enough. He was getting more of an arc off the corner, and once he got close to me and I realized what he was doing, um, I kind of started doing that myself, and was able to hold him off there for a little bit. And I feel like I might could have, but unforeseen circumstances popped up, and I don't know. That's finishing second place 2 weeks in a row is starting to get old.
Well, I mean, second place 2 weeks in a row. I think if you can keep that consistency up, I think the wins are coming, man. So just a tough break tonight. That's racing, I guess, and just hate it that it ended that way. But you put on a good show, man. That was a lot of fun watching you and Kieran go at it there, especially at the end. I could have watched that for 100 more laps. So congratulations on second place, man. You're gonna get you a win pretty soon. I can almost guarantee it. But as always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
My family, my wife, my little girl, my son. I think y'all might have heard a little background music there. It's feeding time. My mom and dad and grandparents and aunts and uncles and original Rebels Racing Network. All my guys at Poman Motorsports and our new sister team, Low Cash Motorsports. So if you can't tell, having two teams, I'm dead broke. And and yeah, all the guys at Apex Sim Racing and everybody in the league that comes out every night and puts on the show that everybody can enjoy. So appreciate you in the booth. Glad to have you back, and maybe I can get you one of these days and let you call a win for me.
There you go. Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations. Second place. Don't hold your head down too long. That was a fantastic race. Put it on a good show. So, uh, two seconds in a row. That's pretty dang good by anybody's standards. So, congratulations, and we'll see what you got next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Eddie.
All righty, that is second place. Aaron Adcock with a fantastic finish. Definitely can tell he's a little bit disappointed. Sometimes that's just racing is just mean. Like that mean old girl in the elementary school that used to, just be mean to you. That's the way racing is sometimes. So, well, let's bring in third place finisher Daniel Cunningham. Daniel City in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you, Eddie.
Well, quiet race for you. You're tied for the Hard Charger Award, the Dark Horse Hard Charger Award. Started in ninth place. Was able to get up to third place without cautions. Really, really tough to do anything with Kieran and Aaron. You're running similar times. Just didn't have the track position. Talk a little bit about that. How do you wish you could have started up a little bit further? What's your thoughts?
I think third place was probably about my cap for tonight anyway. Like I told you, we were talking in practice. I despise this track. They could take a virtual bulldozer to it and it wouldn't hurt my feelings any. Um, so, yeah, it's probably about the best that I had. My favorite part of the night was giving Brandon Wallace an EOL to start the race. So I was looking forward to that all week long and help make up for a miserable day at work today. So that was fun. Always good to give him an EOL, even when he doesn't necessarily do anything for it. But yeah, Adcock and Kiernan, they were in their own zip code all night. About the only chance that I would have had was either some kind of funky restart at the end, or hoping that I could Alex Bowman or Kyle Busch my way into a win and hope they took each other out on the last lap. So that's about the only shot I had.
Well, your decision to stay out pretty much longer than anybody else. What was the thought process there? What were you trying to solve, or what were you trying to do there with staying out? A good, probably I guess 8 laps. At least five more than anybody else.
I was looking at the relatives. I saw I had about 5, 6 seconds of the guys behind me, about the same to the guys in front of me. So I just figured, maybe stay out a little bit longer. Maybe I can make up some time at the end on them, try the overcut instead of the undercut. But even I think with Adcock and Kiernan, I think I maybe had 2 or 3 lap fresher tires than they had because they ran it a little longer also. And they were still faster than me at the end. So, just try something different. If you follow the leader, you're going to follow the leader. So, throw something up against the wall. Let's see if it sticks.
Well, third place finish, a fantastic way to move into the third race of the season. Congratulations, Daniel, on that third place and the Hard Charger Award winner. I guess if you're the top of the Hard Charger tie, I guess that means you're the Hard Charger Award winner. So we'll go ahead and give that to you. So congratulations, Dark Horse Motorsports Hard Charger Award winner Daniel Cunningham. And did I ask you if you had anybody to thank?
No, not yet.
I'm
I did.
falling apart here, dude.
No, you're good. I knew you were getting there sooner or later. So thanks for putting on the broadcast.
Honestly, Daniel, not to interrupt you, I'm trying to. I think my head's spinning because I'm stuck on this camera. I don't know if you can see the broadcast, but this camera is just flying around the track, and I'm think I'm getting motion sickness. I think that's the problem. So anyway, who you got to thank, Daniel? Sorry.
Thanks for putting on the broadcast. Thanks to Matt Knights for the race name tonight, the PD Pablo powered Pucker Up 80 or whatever we had it called.
Right.
That was cool. And thanks for supporting the league, all of our league sponsors, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Good God, I can't talk either. I was making fun of you for the PD powered pucker up, and hell, I can't even talk either.
I
Flexible
nailed it.
Freight Solutions.
Yeah, I
Good
nailed
God.
the PD Power Pucker Up 80. I nailed it. That's the second time I did it.
Yeah, there you go. And I can't even say Flexible Freight Solutions, so I got that all
That
fucked
one I
up.
can't
once
say
again.
either, so I'm right there with you. Well,
So-
all right, Daniel. Well, congratulations, man. Third place, really good, and you're a Hard Charger Award winner. So, congrats, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Eddie.
Well, boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's a third place, and that's all she wrote here for the second race of the season at Rockingham. As we get ready to move, let me see. I think I have a schedule. Let's see if we can find it and get that pulled up and see where we're going. Don't have a schedule. Let's see. Try to give everybody an idea where we're going. Going to Kentucky Legacy. That'll be interesting. So next week it'll be the Legacy Kentucky track. Well, that'll be a lot of fun. So come on out and check that out. But anyway, that's all she wrote for Rockingham. Congratulations to Kieran Church. It was a lot of fun. Really nice field. And so we'll go through the results one more time before we call it quits and before I fall out. We know the top three. Chris Reese comes home in fourth position. Brett Bieber comes home in fifth. Matt Clemens comes home in sixth. Seventh, Brandon Wallace. Eighth, Steve McDonald. Ninth, Matt Knights. 10th, David Jones. Jimmy Cofield comes home in 11th. Mickey Isaac never turned a lap, but we'll lock him down in 12th position. So the PD powered Pucker Up 80 at Rockingham here in the Rebels Grand National Series. But good race. Want to thank all of our sponsors. Jeff Byart. We want to thank Dark Horse Motorsports, Chuck Pegleg Felts. The Hard Luck Award winner by No Neck Fast Repair. That's definitely going to go to Aaron Adcock with that issue with the lap car. Just that's just bad luck. It's just hard to deal with. So just happens sometimes. He's able to rally and get a second place, but he's still going to win the No Neck Fast Repair Hard Luck Award. So don't like giving out that award, but hey, somebody paid to have it, so I got to give it out to somebody. But great race, great field, caution free. Want to kind of highlight that, and so we will see if we can do that next week in Kentucky. All right, guys, we'll see y'all in just a few minutes. Stick around if you're not racing. ARCA Series coming up next, one of the best in the league. So come on out, check that out. We're gonna go live, and we're gonna give you all that action. Starting in about 30 minutes, so y'all come on back out, and we will we'll do some more racing. Hopefully, I can get this blood flowing and get these words come out of my mouth. But anyway, y'all be good. If you don't come back, have a great night, and we'll see y'all next week here in the Grand National Series and in 30 minutes at ARCA. Bye.